So high tech.
High tech?
Yeah. Not high tech, high tech. I said how high tech, and you said high tech? Hi, serving?
Better get going with this.
Oh, this is plans? Hi. One moment.
Here, look at this. Haven't you shared something before on Google Docs? You were here last year, right? You already shared your essay with me. It's the same idea.
Oh, really? Wow.
I'll check the history, so.
Oh la la.
What if my history didn't exist?
Yeah, what? So far,
He's out.
Administrator doesn't look open because. Well, you'll just. I mean, at this point, it's a bit late because they're supposed to be shared. Yeah, but that's not how. This is not how you. Okay, open Google Drive on your web browser, just like you would, right? Open Google Drive.
Las portuguesas.
Because I didn't know. Well, it's a bit late to be asking. But I did it a long time ago. I was in class and
I put one more slide to the presentation I sent you. So should I send you again?
I mean, it's too late. I've got everything ready to go, as you can see. So, I mean,
Oh, it was supposed to be.
is it a Google Doc or is it a?
No.
See, if it was a Google Doc, it would be live.
Oh, it's fine. It's not that.
I mean, you can explain it.
Yeah.
The speaking is more important than the
Mister, what means mocking?
mocking. To make fun of someone. To mock them or imitate.
To go to Mr. Former.
Yeah, I can talk to you about that too. If you want me to.
Can I do it in the class?
Do you mind if I sit there and you sit there? Yeah, you want to see the screen?
Oh yeah.
Sorry, it's a bit tight, but
Is someone here?
these are all the topics are the students sitting, and then I put seats there for I guess the people coming.
Yeah, you got writer, maybe a photographer.
Yeah, I just told them that. Yeah, so that's what I assumed. And I told her.
No.
Mister,
Yeah.
I opened Google Docs.
Okay. But find drag it from your desktop, drag it in. I mean, it's really good because I'm not going to have to keep it up and so you just want to still do
No
maybe
problem.
one day, maybe you have to do it.
You usually only say that once.
Alright, sorry, I'm making things hard here. Take this off.
Hey guys, I've got some instructions on the keyboard here so you can have a look. Yeah, it's true. Okay, I'll wait till everyone's here. Of course, no. Mr.
Mm-hmm.
Can I go to a comment store?
You can do that for still, okay?
The class starts at 55, right?
Yeah, it starts at 40.
I'm doing this.
Yeah, 40. Where is everybody?
Because they don't want to see me start.
Okay, guys, I guess we'll FA.
Why FA is here?
I don't know.
I can think of an this.
And you close the curtain. Right.
Okay, guys, is your computer not frozen?
I'm sure they can.
Alright, guys, I've got some instructions on the e-board here.
Mr. I'm sure they can.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So can you close your laptops?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I will close it.
And your screens are frozen except for Stanley's, because I want to give you some instructions. So can you put your eyes on this screen? Right? Yeah. So you got your tablets. I've already done some of the work for you, just to make things go a bit smoother, faster. You're going to sign into Smart School. I've actually already done that for you. What you're going to do in the next few minutes is you're using the Gmail account. You're going to email me one question you want your audience to be able to answer after your presentation. Okay? So if there's one thing that you really want your audience to take from your cultural presentation, what do you want your audience to learn about your culture? Okay? So you're going to email me that first. And then you're going to go to Google Drive and open your presentation. Okay? Because you're going to be presenting from your own tablet. Hopefully that will work. Okay, I've got the video going already, so you'll be videoed as well. There's a video there. It's,
Okay.
So just so you know.
Thanks.
And the last thing you want to do is open SNote. This is SNote, this program here, right? It looks like this on the screen.
Our screen is blocked.
I know I blocked it because I'm giving you instructions. So you're going to go on SNote. What are you going to do on SNote? Yes, you're going to. You're going to take notes on SNote. You can use the keyboard, you can use the stylus, whatever you prefer. If you like to handwrite, that's fine. You take notes on the main ideas and interesting and important details of each presentation. So what is interesting to you? What seems important? What are the main ideas? Okay, these notes you're going to use later for our listening quiz. I don't care if you forget all the details of each presentation, but I want you to be able to identify them as you listen, and then use those notes later for our listening quiz, okay? So I'm going to unlock your screens, and I'm going to give you, let's say, 4 or 5 minutes to email me your question, go to Google Drive, open your presentation, and then open SNote, okay? So let's, I'll free your screens. Yeah. Okay, you're free.
What is that?
This is gonna be for
Yeah, go alphabetical order, unless there's a volunteer. You are the please. Yeah, I'll put the directions.
What if it doesn't say no?
There's the instructions there, so you can see it. Can you make sure your dress code too, just because I'm going to take a few minutes now? ADG and LAS.ch. Interesting, there's so many absences on the
So they'll send to you? Like, the estimate will send to you?
No, just send me an email with the question. Yeah. S-note will just be for taking notes.
Thousand will send to you.
95.
10,000
Really?
Timofey. Ivan.
something.
No, just doing that.
Oh, really? Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I can't send it.
You want to send them?
No.
Okay. Google old technology. You write your question.
That's much.
So what's your name?
Very faintly. It should have recognized it when you start typing.
How many questions? One question.
Is this a capital?
Sorry? Doesn't matter. Maybe about 1 more minute. If you want the reference to the Okay, everybody ready? Great. You can do your question. So these questions, I'm going to use them. That's your quiz. You just created your quiz. You're listening to this, which you're taking notes on, right? So remember, as you're presenting to the class, the idea is that you want them to understand the main ideas that will answer the question that you wrote here. Okay?
Can I take notes on my paper and stuff?
Let's try the tablets, and if you're struggling, then I'll let you switch to paper, okay? Because I'm going to ask you to email me the notes tomorrow. So, going back to what we started with, so you've emailed me your question or written your question. You've opened your presentation in Google Drive. You're being videoed on that laptop right now. And then you'll be taking notes on Estimate, right, which is this software. You want to take notes on the main ideas and interesting and important details of each presentation. Those notes will be used for a quiz. Help you on the quiz. Okay, so back to your presentations. Remember the things we talked about? Making eye contact, speaking clearly and loudly. You'll be able to control everything from your tablet. So when you're up, you can just come use your tablet and I'll project it from my tablet. Okay? Any volunteers to go first? Okay, and I should say one more thing. When you're in the audience, you're expected to be a good participants, right? Which means you're listening, you're not playing Angry Birds on your tablet, you're taking notes. Okay, I can see that. So make sure that you're meeting those expectations. Yeah. Okay, so again, you want to start? Yeah. Did you have to go? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to share your screen so then you can
What I'm going to
you use your tablet, right? So you fill it out. And then you open your Google Drive, and you should be able to project it. Sometimes the first slide doesn't come up very well, so let's see if it works. Are you ready to start?
Sure. I think during the presentation we cannot walk from this.
Whenever you're ready. I think the first slide might not show up. You can just go ahead and start, or you can show us.
Yeah.
During the presentation we go.
Oh, it shares on your screen. Okay, this is how we're learning. Okay.
So do we just take notes and always
It's right. It's right with that. Does that work now? Okay, we'll do it this way, which is this should work. So okay, whenever you're ready.
so where I cannot see the slide.
I don't know. Can you show us on your tablet? You can maybe walk around a little bit. What's the title again? Can you hold it up and show us? Yeah, just walk around and show us so we can see it. I don't know why it's not projecting the first slide. This happened this morning too.
Nice one.
Yeah, that's it.
So I'm going to begin with the second slide, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I will explain you guys form of respect in Turkish culture. Respect is really important in Turkish culture, and you really give importance to respect. So I divided respect to three categories. Respect in greeting, when you greet someone. Respect in eating style, when you have a beer or dinner together somewhere else. And respect in your conversation generally. Generally means style, conversation style. So, yeah. Okay, respect in greetings. So, how do we respect in greetings? When we usually meet someone, first time we usually shake hands. Why we shake hands? Because we usually shake hands with strangers and people who we meet first time. Actually, I know it is a very common way to greet someone in first time when you meet somebody. But we also keep distance usually with strangers while shaking hand and greeting someone. So shaking hand is really important in Turkish culture to greet someone. It shows your respect to other person. And also there are some gestures to greet somebody. For example, in Turkish culture, this means hi. For example, you are walking on the road or street or whenever you are outside, and then you see your friends coming from the other cross of road, and then you can say hi. This is means hi in Turkish culture. And also it shows you are thinking and you are giving him importance, and so it is kind of respect actually. Secondly, respect in eating style in Turkish culture. There are some rules in Turkish culture while you have dinner with together your family or with your relatives. What are these? For example, when we are having dinner with together with our family or relatives, we always wait older people before start to dinner because it shows the respect to older people in Turkish culture. And usually young people do this. And I mean, young people usually wait older people before start having meal or dinner in Turkish culture. And it shows your respect to older people in the dinner. And also, actually, secondly, we don't talk too much while having dinner, and also this is another respect to people in the eating, I mean, in the dinner. Thirdly, respect in conversation, generally, in Turkish culture. So, during the conversation, you are talking with somebody else and you need to show respect to other person. So, in Turkish culture, listen someone carefully is really important during conversation. So it shows your respect to other person while speaking with somebody else. Secondly, you usually don't speak loudly to other person because if you speak loudly, it shows you are not showing respect him or her. For especially older people, we never speak older people loudly, and it shows. If you speak loudly, it is a disrespectful manner. Thirdly, maintain eye contact in conversation. Maintain eye contact, this is what I'm doing now, shows your respect to other people. It means like you are listening to him or her and you are showing respect and you are giving value to him or her. So basically, form of respect based on three main manners in Turkish culture: greeting, eating style, and conversation genre. Actually, I know these are very common ways to show respect in all other cultures, but in Turkish culture, we really give importance to these three manners, and they are really important in Turkish culture. If you want to show respect to other people. And also, thank you for paying attention. This is another slide. So,
Thank you. Any questions for the presenter?
any questions? No question?
Okay, thanks, everyone. All right. Your volunteers to go next. How can I hear you dance on your phones? Whiskey?
How do I do it?
So good. Did you share it? It's me through the drive, right?
No, it's on like,
You shared it with me.
yeah, I sent it to you. I don't think it's for you.
Yeah.
I did send it to you. So that's the first thing.
I don't see what you can do next, I guess. Is it?
Wow, that's bad.
You press the play icon at the top of the screen.
Oh,
You primary display.
my topic is how to actually people for their respect. Okay, this is so famous. Like, be bold when you meet someone. And there is actually a rule of that. And if you bold for like 15 degrees, it's called eshaku in Japanese. And it means it's like high. If you know the person and if you're kind of close to the person, you just kind of like this. And then for the 30 degrees, it means it's kind of formal, more formal than the first one. And it's when you apologize, or if you meet a person for the first time. And then this one is more polite, more formal. It's the 45 degrees, and it's called Saitei. People don't really use this, but if you were working and if you make a mistake in business, it's the formal way to apologize to someone else. And the second one, it's the manner of using chopsticks. It sounds like it's not really a respect, but it's really important to eat correctly during a meal to show the respect to the person or people you're eating with. This is the role of holding chopsticks. This one is called saguridashi. It means look for something in the plate. If you're eating something like soup, and if you look for something like potatoes, those things, and the soup, if you look for it inside the soup, it's really rude. And this one is really rude too. That's because this is not the thing adults or people who are supposed to be responsible for themselves will do. And most unpolite thing is hypocrisy. Why this is rude is because at the grave we put the stone in the grave, and then when people die we put the chopsticks like this in the rice. So it's really rude if you do this, and some people will use respect for you. And during the meal, also, this is the photo of petrol Jackson people having a meal. You're not really allowed to talk. It's kind of similar to the culture, to the Turkish culture. You're not allowed to talk. That's because we find that it's really disgusting to talk during a meal, because we sometimes can see inside the mouth people eating something. It's completely different in European culture, but this is how it is in Japan. And this is the photo that proves, this is a photo of the ticket that proves the train is late. In Japan, it's really important to be on time. And if the train was late to your business, to your work, it's like it's not your fault. It's not something that you could change. So the company of the train makes the tickets that proves that it wasn't your fault. It was the fault of the company of the train. And it shows how long it was late for, and which line it was late, and why it was late. Yeah. And then the most important thing for Japanese people to show respect is to be polite. If you're not polite, people lose respect for you. That's it. Okay.
Thank you, Chris. Questions for the presenter? What did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's the bottom right.
Oh, this, yeah.
You push the play button at the top. Does it work? Show me your screen. Push the play. See the play icon at the top. There you go. Everyone write down the title.
Right.
Okay. My topic is going to be a little bit different from yours. Instead of saying how you can show respect to Brazilian, I'm going to talk about a word in Brazilian that we tend to use so much, and it describes our personality. So the word is saudade. What is saudade? It comes from Latin, and in times of navigation, Portuguese sailors who were distant from home, they would describe their homesick as something like that. It's a word that only exists in Brazil. It exists in other countries and other languages, but as a verb, you can conjugate it. And in Brazil, use it as a noun. So when you feel it, mostly when you miss someone, a moment or I don't know, someone you care about. And also the word is a great reason for poetry and also for singers to write about and to talk about it. Okay, so changing topics. The Brazilian word. How do you see them? How do you see them? Mainly, through research, people see them as a cheerful people, carrying strong feelings and mostly loud. So, what they have in common? There are two different topics, but mainly they're both unique and they both share a strong feeling. The Brazilian way is described by the word because they both describe the way we act. Brazilian people tend to acknowledge what happened, the great saudade of it, but we tend to always look forward in life. So I believe in all of your country you have a word for it, maybe not, but you have shared the feeling. So my question for you is, how do you say saudade in your language?
That's no just.
Just keep going on. You got me. Figure out.
How do you want to?
Everyone taking notes? Okay, and then you put the network. Okay. Oh, sorry, I'm going to skip you.
Okay. My presentation is about how Rio de Janeiro represents the Brazilian culture. The
one of the most beautiful cities in the world. Okay, Rio is the second largest city in Brazil and is located in the southwest of the country and is the economic center, the second biggest in Brazil actually, just leaves for São Paulo. Is a cultural and financial center also, and is where one of the where stay the Cristo Redentor. That is one of the world's 7 wonders of the modern world. Okay, it's also a state there that had headquarters, Vale and Petrobras. It is one of the most important things of our economy. So it's in Rio, like the big cities is there. And also where's the Maracanã, there is very, I know that I think everyone knows that we're gonna receive the World Cup, and Maracanã is one of people wanna play. One thing that always people, this is not open. Yeah.
Happy again? Or go back? Doesn't show. We're going to walk around and show.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. One thing that caught the attention in Brazil is one party called Carnival. There is a typical Brazilian party that happens in February, and is when a lot of people go to the streets and dance a dance called samba, and it's only in Brazil. It is only in Brazil, and people from all over the world come to see this big event. Brazil is also very attractive when we talk about movies. And last year was filmed a movie called Rio that showed the rude inequalities, the rude social inequality and violence in our country that unfortunately made part of our culture. And one other thing that is really good in Brazil is the food. And one special one is called feijoada, so that includes everything that you can see here. That the typical feijoada is just like beans, the black beans, with a little bit of meat inside. Well, in conclusion, it's clear that Rio represents one of the most important cities where culture from all of the country is located and spread. And my question is, what makes Rio special for us? What is the most important thing in Rio? Thank you for listening.
Very nice.
Questions for Maria?
Okay, what was the carnival's name?
Carnival.
What's it?
Yes.
I heard Sunday.
Okay. Thank you, Maria. Nikita, you're going to take a room check? You're going to wait till...
Yeah, can I do that, please?
Okay. You press the play icon at the top. You see the play icon? It's in the top. Look at lower. There. Press that on the screen.
Well, I want to say my name is Dalton. I'm going to explain how Mexico achieved independence. What it means for Mexicans today. Well, in Mexico, we have many cultural descendants from Spain. Mexico has been a country that has many traditions and space also. In Mexico, one like one thing we always do one respect is over there how do Mexicans express their feelings in independence day? Well, this day in Mexico, the Mexican community has a strong feeling to the day of independence and says always, Viva Mexico. It's a strong word for Mexicans that demonstrates the national feeling. This is a shout, the one that demonstrates the Mexican national feeling. A common word in Mexico, referring to independence. This word is said every 16th of September, the day of independence. How did Mexico gain independence from? Who did Mexico gain independence from? 1810, 2010 was the Mexican bicentenary, celebrating 200 years being independent country. Which is very
Go back and hear that video.
good. No, it doesn't.
Just, you can proceed. Sorry.
In 1810, 2010, 2010 sorry, was Mexican bicentenary, celebrating 200 years being independent country of Spain. Mexico were gained independent from Spain. That it was that year called the New Spain. Mexico being a country ruled by Spanish, like we're all sometimes in this during the war. Mexicans and Spanish have good relationship that because of the independence, some people didn't like Spanish or 70s. This guy, who was this person? This person was Miguel Hidalgo Costilla, a hero for the Mexican community, always remembered as a good father. He died in 1811. He was born in 1753. This man was the leader of the Revolutionary Army of Mexico against the royalty army of his New Spain. This guy said the Grito of Guava in Guanajuato. He was the statement that declared the war to the Spanish government. What did this flag represent? Maybe you're asking why this flag represents the royalty of the New Spain. What name is painted to that from Mexico? The New Spain was ruled by Antonio Mendoza, the first one, and then Juan de Guanajuato. This person will devise the royal flag. They started to conquer Mexico in 1590 until 1522 they arrived all the Spanish. There's a point.
You can always show
You
the
can leave the
Yeah.
I think sometimes if the information has a lot of data, like a big picture, I think sometimes it doesn't know the
Those slides can.
You can show us on the top right and walk around a little bit if you want.
Terms of Plano de Iguala is one of the terms that declare Mexico an independent country. What it means the treaty? The treaty was a treaty of peace between Mexico and the Spanish government and New Spain. This was declared on February 24 of 1821 when Mexico was independent that day. It was the meaning of Mexico with his first day of independence.
What do you mean?
The first day Mexico was independent. February 24 of 1821. That flag represents the treaty of the peace. Who were these persons? Well, these two persons were like one of the best generals in the revolution. We have at the art, we have the Agustin Iturbide, a general that like fight in the south of the country, reached many battles and was very important for Mexico. Wasn't the strongest general for the Mexican army. And then we have Vicente Guerrero, who was the second president of Mexico, and also a good general for Mexico. No, it was the first president of Mexico, and also a general of the Iturbide army. The three volunteers army. This army were, well, as I said, the army of the Venustiano Carranza and Agustin Iturbide that league the south of Mexico, and also that going to battle with the Spanish. Once more, if I may.
Questions for Pablo?
Yeah.
What was the name of it?
What's the name of the
Yes.
Miguel Hidalgo Castillo.
What?
Miguel. It is, I don't write it, but it's Miguel. Miguel. Hidalgo, you can see the link, it's like Hidalgo. And Hidalgo.
He was the one that stated the war.
Yeah, like, no, he initiated the war.
What was the name of the
Vicente Guerrero. Well, yeah, 1821, 16 of September.
Wait, the center?
So,
16 of September.
what happened 24 February?
What?
24 February?
Yeah.
What happened in February?
Don't get too lost in the specific details, guys. It's more general things in the closing. Good question.
Wait till the February. Oh, yeah. Like, the treaty was in 24 of 1821. They declared the treaty. Of peace. But the independence one is the 16th of September.
How do Mexicans celebrate this holiday? This
Well,
National Independence Day?
Mexicans like to have too much party, you know. Well, they celebrate with tequila or tequila. And well, there's one place where the president gives the shout of Mexico. It's called El Zócalo, where at 12 o'clock in the morning, at the midnight, he says like, who were the heroes of independence and why they fight, and then he knocks like a bell and says, "Viva Mexico." And then that's it. Like, we eat Mexican dinner, have music with mariachis.
Any other questions?
Any questions?
I'm gonna just do something really quickly. So if you
Okay, your screens are frozen. So I'm going to just demonstrate what I would like you to do now. So you can, you're going to go to S Notes, and you're going to save. You see the check at the top that says save. You're going to save it. And you can title it whatever you want. So when you come back tomorrow and you continue the presentations, and hopefully the classmates show up, you'll continue their admin notes, and then you'll use those notes for your listening phase. Okay. So you do that. Then, as normal, can you return the styluses? You'll turn off your tablets, return the styluses and keyboards to the locker. And the last thing I want to do is I want to thank you for your presentations, those of you that did it today.
Thank you.
I've been videoing you, and I will email you that video later for a journal reflection. I think an important part of learning and improving, especially your language skills, is reflecting on what you've done. And a great way to do that is to watch yourself. Teachers do it sometimes too. Okay, so I'll unlock your screens. Please save your S notes. If you want to take a couple of minutes to revise your essay on the same topic, you can do that in Google Drive. And you've got about 5 more minutes, and then we can return your tablets to the Any questions? So Nikita, can you tell us what we're going to do?
Right now,
Mm-hmm.
we will give 5 minutes to learn the essay.
Okay.
And then we put our styles in and save our notes that we took and put it back in the
Okay, we're gonna, and don't forget to turn it off and plug it back into the charger, right? If you come in next time and you don't have any battery power, okay, go for that. So then the rest of you,
But these are notes, they say how to.
I'm not sure, so just quick save just in case.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, we'll maybe what I'll do is I'll ask someone to share their notes with you as well by email. We still got 4 minutes, so take advantage of that time. No, we've got 4 minutes.
وانت التفكك اللي فيه انا فيك تطبيق الاستاذ بس يعني مشروع بقول لك في سالفه كبيره من الدوله الداخليه اسلوب عندي شيء انا خلاص وانا
Well, sorry?
Esa agua.
I used it.
Oh, yeah?
I hope it's okay. I had some carrots in my
I'm good.
Oh, is that yours?
It's for night.
Can I use the space just to take some notes? Yes. So if you guys see on the E screen there, you can go ahead and grab your tablets and keyboard and log in on Smart School. Okay. You can leave your MacBooks out. You can put them away after we start, because we won't be using them. Yeah, you can do it. But I don't want you to, put in email ducks and share it.
Yeah. Who was it?
No, that's fine, yeah, that's okay. Thank you. Okay, did you see my note on your PowerPoint? Did you see the note I made on your PowerPoint?
No, just did I keep the phone?
That's out the Google presentation, right?
Oh, I learned.
Was that?
I learned this one.
Yeah, that's what my note said. Why are you doing it at 2 o'clock when you have another class? It was meant to be done yesterday. Yeah, but
And I was taking other things.
you stick on Wednesday in this class when you were supposed to finish it.
But it's just homework, right?
Yeah.
Я не знаю, что мы там.
Sí, sir.
Hey guys, if you want to go ahead and grab your tablets, you can put away your MacBooks. Make sure your dress code. And once you've got your tablet, you can go ahead and log into Smart School and click Start Course. Okay? And then you got a couple of minutes to play before the bell rings.
Can I be discussed? Because I have problems with my recent center.
Do you have a note from the house?
No. But they said like
You look more professional for that.
what?
You look more professional. During the presentation of that, okay? You look like one of the 7 dwarfs. Knight's here, Knight's here, Maria's here, Stanley, Calvary,
Yeah, that's that.
Caroline, Great. How was it? No, I know, but I'm just checking. How was it that 5 of you were absent yesterday? Is that because you guys weren't ready for your presentation and you happened to be absent?
I was absent for the whole week.
I sent you my thing.
No, I know, I got it. I'm just saying, I thought maybe the journal was something text, but it got scared away or something.
I'm putting in the picture. Can I do it?
So put it
There were voting in 30 seconds. Uh-huh. Just click right to download it. We're actually going to use how to do it. Alright guys, first I want to
I'm sending you the email.
Okay, that's okay. So I've locked all your screens. Thank you for being on time and doing the best. Someone keep it up? Are you good? Are you good? Okay, me too. Good. Thank you for being on time. Thank you for being in Westford. Thank you. We have a problem. This is Miss House, by the way. She works at LAS. I don't know if you know her. Everyone know her? She works in the admissions and marketing department at Bella. She's just here to see see the Samsung equipment in action, so you guys in action. So you can just ignore her and me, we're invisible, you guys just do your presentations for each other. Just like yesterday though, you got your tablet, you logged into the Smart School, you start course, okay? You guys already did this yesterday, but if you haven't ever, if you weren't here yesterday, can you email me on Gmail one question you would like the audience to be able to answer after your presentation? And then finally go and open your presentation in Google Drive. I'm videoing you already. And then you can open S-Note like we did yesterday, find your notes that you took. Right? This is important. You'll take notes on the main ideas and interesting and important details of each presentation. You will use the notes for a listening quiz. Other apps do not be used, right, Nikita? During this time. Okay. So again, open your presentation, then open S-Note. S-Note is this program right here. On your home page it looks like that. And that way you're going to take notes. You can use the keyboard or the pen stylus if you prefer. Okay? Again, the quiz will be based on your notes, so the more notes you have, the better you'll do. The screen is touchable. I just haven't figured that out.
It is?
Yeah, you can touch the screen. So next time you'll do the presentation, you'll control the screen from here. But I haven't learned how to do that. Okay? So I'll give you about 3 more minutes to do any final preparations. I'll unlock your screens so you can get that ready.
So they sent your question today, right?
Okay, your screen should be free now. And I'm still waiting for you guys to log into Smart School.
Or if we don't log into the school, we talk about this.
That's right. So the expectation is that you'll log into Smart School. Are you going to be logged in? Caroline, can you log into the upload? Well, don't worry about it. So working now? So now they're all logged in, so separate so then I can control their screens, and then I can let them share their screen with the keyboard. And in theory, the stylus work will control the keyboard from there. Yeah. So your presentation, so now you're like, it's not the right kind of thought. I'd be worried about it. Okay guys, I'll give you about 1 more minute to get your notes out. And when I see it on the screen, I know you're ready. We'll take volunteers and then we'll continue now. These teenagers. Okay, guys, time's up.
Can you please first?
I just want to go over a few things, okay? Okay, so now your screens are locked. So, what I want to do, let's go going back over this. So, this is kind of the protocol we're going to use for class. So, most days we'll be using the tablet, so you'll just take your tablet, sign this one, so let's start the course. Okay? Again, at the end of class today, you're going to use your notes that you take on this program called SNote, or you can take out your stylus, it'll appear right there. And you can use the pen function or the keyboard, whatever you prefer. Those notes will be used for a quiz at the end of class. Okay? For homework, I've put in assignments in PowerSchool with a link to this page, the class website. We're going to do the general reflection and assignment, right? So I'm videoing you right now, and I videoed you yesterday, and I've already uploaded yesterday's videos to YouTube. There's a channel where all your presentations will go this year. So what you do is you follow the link in PowerSchool. I've also sent you an email that will take you here, and you'll see the assignment. It says, watch your presentation on YouTube. So you click there. Let's go to YouTube. And then it'll should load, I believe. Here you go. So there's your presentation. It's just one long file, so you can just skip forward and find your file. Right. So it's just loading. Okay, anyway, you'll find your part. You don't have to watch the whole thing, just your 5 minutes. And then you're going to go back and answer these questions in one page in your journal. I've given you your journal, right? So, what did you do well? 3 things, okay? This could be the way you organize your presentation. It could be you had a good hook, so grab the listener's attention. Some of you didn't have that yesterday. What can you improve? You can identify some things you could do better. And then just a few general things about what you learned from the project. How to write a good essay, how to organize your ideas, how to write an introduction, how to present, and your culture or other cultures in general, okay? So that's what I want you to do, 1 page in your journal. So Nikita, can you tell me what you're going to do for homework one more time?
Last lesson, some people didn't do so well.
Can anyone help Nikita because he doesn't listen?
Make eye comparison stuff.
We should open the house code and study notes like presentations and
Already
work
did
self-evaluation and writing training materials after everything and second.
Yeah, you're basically reflecting on what you did, okay? It's a really important step in learning is to think back on what you've done, how your performance was. Not just a spoken performance, but how you wrote your essay. And I'm still working on the essays, okay? That's what I'm doing. So watch the video. It'll be really interesting to see yourself. You probably won't see the screen very well, but you'll hear yourself very clearly. Okay? So that's your homework. Any questions?
It's for me.
It's for Monday. Okay. And then Monday we're going to start something entirely new. Kind of a new topic. Going back to our books for a few. So your screens are free now. Don't waste your log in. Let me log back in the live. The power's not still running. Okay. So the way we did it yesterday was we went in alphabetical order. Or after we took volunteers. There was no one who volunteered, so shall we continue? Everyone are you logged in too? Can you log out of Smart School and log back in? Alright, any volunteers to go first?
No, you go.
Okay, well, I said yesterday, we go backwards instead of forwards. So I think Stanley, you're right, okay? So, the rest of you guys should have S-Note open, so you're taking notes on the presentation, and we'll let Stanley present. What's that? Yes, you're fine. I'm gonna go again. Unless you want to.
Because I thought alright, so who's got it?
Wait,
It means Taiwan, right?
Okay.
Okay. First, I'm from Taiwan. Okay. Here's Taiwan. If you see, this is China, and this is Taiwan. This guy's small. It's about 200 times smaller, but it's actually before 1949. China is owned by Hong Kong, and it's by people.
Thanks, Dan. You can put it on the table if you want.
Okay, so after 1911, the Qing dynasty, which we then appreciate, correct? And China was owned by the people of People called Republic of China. But after the Second World War, in 1949, there was a war between the Republic of China and the other people of People is People Republic of China, which is a communist state and US, so all foreign goes moved to Taiwan. So that's the idea of the state. And there's, for now I'm talking about what we think, because most of people probably are saying, yeah, because we speak the same language and we live the same, and first because the three main like two things is the government and law and the language. And this is how it's like and Chinese flag. About the government, you know, China is a communist state. Yeah. For Taiwan, we are a republic and democracy. So the word democracy, it means people are right. So people are separate.
Imperial.
Yeah, Taiwan from democracy. So basically everything is ruled by voting. So control the president, it's by voting. And everyone can vote. Yeah, that's kind of important now. Everybody can vote in Taiwan. Everybody's equal. And there's, there's some difference between our thoughts, our opinion between Chinese people and Taiwanese people is because it's equality of different genders. But in Taiwan, we care more about female. Chinese people do like for example, Chinese people, the female in China, they don't actually work. They just like stay in the house and like support in the house. And in Taiwan, female actually has like a job and don't have more power. And like Taiwanese people care more about like equality. And the language. There's we speak some language, we speak Chinese, but it's of course we have accent. And the second part, which is the most distinct part, is our writing. Taiwanese people we write traditional Chinese, and China they write simplified. It's less than like installing the sound that just the Chinese and Taiwanese way. But you can see the traditional is more complicated and simplified is more easier. Like it's always a more like this only. Yeah. So the last part I want to say is like the one means repeat a song. We speak a song language, doesn't mean our thoughts are the same.
Thanks, Stanley. Question for you?
Which one is the traditional Chinese?
Right.
Right. Okay, we'll stress our limitation now.
Thanks, Stanley. Other questions for Stanley? No, it's okay. Do Taiwanese people read simplified characters? Not really.
But you guys also have Taiwanese.
So it's like not too
You cannot write.
That's a previous thing. And my parents don't use it. Like just like 3%.
Okay. 18 what represents. Just push the button.
You cannot write. You can write it how it sounds like. You cannot write it.
Okay, guys, let's refocus. Continue your notes, and Victoria is going to take it now.
Okay, I am going to tell you about why Russian people tell superstitions. Basically, what are superstitions? Like if you will ask any Russian what are superstitions, they will tell you different things. Like maybe for someone it's a belief, for someone it's a lifestyle, for someone it's and every superstition which we use it has a meaning. Here are the most common superstitions. Like breaking the mirror, and it means if you are looking at a breaking mirror, it will bring you a bad luck. If you break a mirror, you will have a bad luck for 7 years. And according to history, if you look in a broken mirror, you break your inside wall. It's like you not see only your reflection. It's showing you. If that process it's probably it's not common superstition, and it came from ancient Egypt. According to history, in their opinion, the cats were demons, and if the cat crosses a line, this means that you will cross a line that separates you from God. So you will go to the and walking under leader. The second leader represents the holy Trinity. Here, if you look in under this, you are relating and participating with God.
What?
You are violating and participating in God. This means you are special. You are breaking this. Never open an umbrella inside. Some might say you shouldn't open an umbrella inside because you're using this outside and this is a bad weather when it's raining, or maybe you protect yourself against the sun. So, and if you then open it inside, you might bring what's into the house because you protect yourself from that. And if you came back to the house, you must look in the mirror. If you forgot something like your gloves or keys and you should see the reflection in the mirror. But this one, it doesn't have an explanation. Like flashing people just do it in this. Yeah, it's kind of position. So, one of the Russians being superstitions. It's like the main point is you're trying to avoid a bad life and try to stay in a good relationship with parents. Try to give them advice using the superstitions, like to help to do something or trying to stop doing bad things. And they believe that some happening events can predict future, so these superstitions are true. And how do we live this in everyday life? If someone blessing, they always say bless you. This is also superstition. If you say something that you don't want to wish to happen, you knock 3 times and you will. You speak all left shoulder. It's like usually we do this with the knocking on the rib, also 3 times. And crossing fingers if you want something to be. It's delicious.
Bless you.
My question is, did you learn something new about crossing fingers?
Thank you, Victoria. Thank you very much. Questions for Victoria about Russian superstitions? How many of you saw superstitions that were similar to you?
I have all of them. You're not sure. I know all of this.
We don't have it.
Some cultures have them, some cultures don't.
No, you from course.
Victoria, do you think most Russians are superstitious, or is it kind of like
Tokyo.
more for fun?
Tokyo is just
Let's continue with Timothy.
Can I go?
No, can I volunteer? I like
You want to volunteer?
Yes.
There's no frame.
Okay, guys, let's continue to take notes. Nikita's gonna. It's a bit late for him to do it, so just gotta do it. Okay. You just clean up and do the
Yeah.
pick it up and try it. Pick up this. Sorry, I'm taking this time. That's why I said loaded at the beginning.
Are you taking the phone from me?
You want me to?
No. No.
Okay, there you go.
It's the technology's problem, not mine.
Can you advance the slide now? Just go to the second slide. Can you push play? Can I push play at the top? You play? You push back? Okay, can I see you? Okay. I think because your first slide has a lot of data on it, because of the image, you can just show us on your screen like we did yesterday. And
So,
then,
my presentation will be online for this thing. So, I can do here in Russia. You can see this is the main square, Kremlin, yes. And every new year, 50,000 people get here and celebrate it. And see the amazing fireworks and what I talk about
got the
Work it out.
How do you think it's
Just tap the screen.
okay? So I've been talking about Christmas, New Year, and traditions a little bit. So usually what happens during New Year is we have the most amazing fireworks and technology. What I mean technology is like what?
You have to kind of touch your screen.
This will happen. Okay, so like usually what we do is we get together as a big family and we cut down a tree and put it in our house. I know it sounds funny, but we do it sometimes. And we put lots of like decorations around it. And we put presents under it. And this thing is called Yoko. It's a tree. Christmas tree. And this tree is supposed to stay 14 days in the clouds because New Year lasts for 14 days from December 1st. December 5th. From January 1st to Christmas. So every New Year there's this guy. His name is Santa Claus, like snowman, you can call him. And his support. Егорочка, yes.
What's his name?
Like snow woman.
Snowman.
So snowman comes.
Like snowflake.
Yeah, snowflake. He comes and gives the presents and sweets to the tree. He has this big funny beard. Yes, and his nose is supposed to be red because of the cold weather, you know. He lives in the woods. It's like a fairy tale for kids. But this guy comes and eats and gives the present. No, from the woods.
So you don't believe in Santa Claus?
And this is like her support. And she dances and helps the kids give the presents from the big band that he has. Right? And yeah, usually what we eat during Christmas is salad aligre, yes, and it's, I don't remember what it is, but it's nice. It's called, it's potatoes with meat and it's really good. Good afternoon. So, I think I can clap. I think that's it. Thank you very much.
Okay, Santa Claus на втором.
Я не знаю, как почему нельзя здесь
So is New Year's kind of like Christmas for some cultures and people?
What?
Is Christmas like is New Year kind of like Christmas in that you give gifts?
During New Year, we also celebrate Christmas because our Christmas starts on 17th.
So that would be good for the presentation. Okay, let's continue. Timothy? I mean, it's up to you if you do it later. You do it
Yes,
on the side.
It's a text.
Well, okay, I should say you lose.
And I have the same
You lose,
presentation.
you lose 20 points really because you should have been ready yesterday. So
But I wasn't clear.
yeah, but it doesn't matter. You should have shared it with me before you left class on Wednesday.
Иди, давай.
Никита? See me after class again. Alright, let's continue with
Yes.
great resolution.
Я лучше огромную ему накатаю на 5 минут красиво, чтобы получить
Why- I
8
guess why should I do this?
Вот.
This is your off task. You don't anticipate it.
Oh, I love
Lost your privilege to use
no,
it.
I miss this little boy.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Okay, now.
رمضان كريم.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
Forgot my jokes.
Can I start? Okay, I'm gonna talk about Ramadan, which is kind of a popular month for us Muslims. It's a religious month where all the Muslims fast. And usually, like when you hear fast, you think it's for like dairy products or meat or anything like that. But no, we fast for the whole day without food or water. Okay, so Ramadan is in the 9th month of the Islamic calendar. Of course, we have like a different calendar than Christians. Like for us, we're still in 1482 and we got one. And basically, our religion comes out from this book, the Quran, which is like our holy book for you Christian, for every Christian, the Bible. And all the rules of Ramadan is in there. So basically, Ramadan stays for 29, 30 days, based on the crescent moon. So basically, the crescent moon is like here you see. We call it the Hilal. That's when announces that Ramadan came, beginning of the month. And it was like God gave Ramadan to make the rich feed the poor. So like poor people, some of them they can't afford to eat for a whole day, and so they're supposed to eat. Okay, and fasting is basically obligatory. Okay, so fasting is obligatory for adults and everyone basically, except for like children and a certain age. And also sick people, if you're sick during that month, then you're excused. And for girls, if you have a period, then you don't.
It's so funny.
And so basically, this.
Sometimes it's
Yeah.
I think it's
Okay, anyways, there's
you can show us on the screen if you want.
yeah.
But it's just
Uh,
really walking
the-
around.
This is Mecca, which is where the Kaaba is, which is theoretically. And this is like really holy. This is a holy place for us, and people like Muslims all around the world, not just Saudi, come here at least once a year to do Umrah. That's different. So, as I said, the beginning of the month when the crescent moon shows, that's when you know that you should fast. And our fasting is basically from dawn, which is like 4 or 5 a.m. depends, the time of the year. From then until the sun goes down, we're not allowed to eat drink any water, you're not allowed to swear or have any sexual relations. Or else the, the fast will not count and you'll have to like you'll have to multiply it, like fast and not extra day. Okay, and yeah, so anyways, like in Ramadan, it's also important to give charity to poor people. And not only money, like if we can help them in any way with food, shelter, clothes, and like that. Okay, so this is like what it looks like when a family gets together and eats during the iftar. Iftar is basically like breakfast, like when you break the fast, which is at Maghrib, which is at like 6, like as soon as the sun goes down. So as soon as the adhan goes out, which is like it's like a reminder for all Muslims to come and pray. I don't have a verse. Anyway, so that's when we know that like we can eat. And usually we start with water, and then we pray, and then we come back and have a really good. And that's it.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, any questions?
You can't even drink water?
No, you can't.
What if you dying?
Like a lot of people think that because like they say, okay, we're not gonna drink water or eat for a whole day. What if we die? And you're not gonna die. And like researchers, they researched, and it's good for people with cholesterol. It makes the cholesterol level go down. But like I mean, if you're sick and stuff like this, and you can't, you're excused.
So when you fast, what if you drink and eat?
Then you break your fast and then you fast and like eat and drink. Like it won't be counted.
It's not for that.
Like yeah, if you don't fast one day, after Ramadan finishes, you have to fast again. If you don't do it,
You cannot eat, drink, sexual relation in the air.
Swear and basically bad things. Don't do bad things. Like you cannot.
Don't lie.
Yeah, don't
Don't
lie.
annoy people.
No, if like
Just sleep. Always sleep.
no, also if you sleep.
No, man.
It's cheating if you sleep. But
Okay,
you
guys,
still
I'd like to
cheat.
continue.
Can I go?
No.
Because the point of it is to feed, and then Saudi people they sleep at
We've got a
4
couple more to
a.m.
go, and then those of you who haven't presented will have to meet before school.
Why you are supposed to do it?
What?
For 12 hours without eat.
You create 2 hours.
So you press the, you see the
Why
function
is there
on
only 2 slides?
just push it. It'll be okay. Okay, press the expand function.
Huh?
For some reason, if it's a big photograph with a lot of data, flip your screen like this. Just like that. Other way. Okay, one more time. Other way. A little bit more. Okay. Okay. Just go ahead.
Hey guys, have you ever wondered how Ukrainians celebrate readings? If no, I think my presentation would be interesting for you. Okay, so okay, so I want you to tell how Ukrainians celebrate real Ukrainian readings. I mean, like how my parents, my grandmother did it. And some people do it like in our time in more modern or new way, but I want to tell what is real, not fake. Wait, so
Just touch it. Just touch the.
no, I want that.
You want to go back to the first one?
So, like in more traditional way, in Ukraine celebrates only real patriotic people, or in some villages in the west part of Ukraine. Like, and many people ask why you do it, and they answer that
in tradition, the soul of the people, while the tradition, there are people. So in our time, the most popular cultural reading is summer, good weather, good mood. But many years ago, people didn't celebrate readings in summer because of farm, gardens, fields. The most popular time for it was autumn, when everything awakened from the winter. Okay, so how to celebrate readings? Everything starts from hunting. It's when boys' parents go and find a nice, it depends on small white or queen. And his parents should be really good people because only it can be in the mind of the fate of their son. Even if everyone refused them, they can go to another village and find another good girl. And if the girl wants to marry, she decorates her house, like she painted some good ornament. You can see here, so it's easy to find girl. When the parents find another girl, young couple get brought, they exchange rings, but it's not so important to exchange rings because if the family is rich, they can buy rings and other stuff. But if not, it's okay, you don't need to do it. And only from that time, the young couple can stay together, and only tradition said that only from that moment, girl can choose for her religion. So, okay, now it's time to talk.
What?
What did you say?
It's time to fun.
Fun,
Yeah, to celebrate the reading. Everyone go. Guys, what is talking about? Okay, everyone go to the table where for them waiting food. The most like the main dishes for the reading is light. It's like symbol of endless love because it's like circle. It's like bread and with salt and with some pictures to show symbol of love. And first, like this young couple should eat it, and only after everyone can eat. That is the main dishes. When it was trying to find this picture, I tried to get it. Okay, that is borscht, Ukrainian soup, and this is already. It's like Italian. It's very delicious. So nothing could happen without the oil. It's like Ukrainian vodka, and Ukraine is also like sort of time the same with Russia because vodka. Actually, it's good. And then oil. Okay, fun for you. Like, of course, girls can't drink because their boys don't allow them, so they usually sing, and also this
They
little
cannot drink?
tradition. Like, actually, they think it's fun to go to the silent room where there's no voice and start call and cry, and they like sending her friend to like acknowledge the life, and they will not see her again like a friend. But in that time, boys trying like one of the boys should go to the girl's room and stole the wife, and her husband doesn't know when it should happen, and then this guy goes to her husband, and ask for redemption, and he should pay him for her wife to give something like food or drink. Like her husband, like do arm wrestling with her parents to show that he can protect her. Okay. So Okay, only after them they go to their first reading tonight, and if it's finished good, everything okay, it continues for one more week. But like everyone is singing, dancing, drinking. Kids are not allowed to celebrate, like except first day. And it is we have like really fun tradition that parents of the girl should ride the horse right into the river, and they should do that. And like the couple also should go to the well and put the water to their side, and it means that they are clean their soul. Good. Thank you.
Very nice
Thank you,
presentation.
guys.
Steven,
Yeah.
they're not allowed to drink in the wedding, or like not allowed to drink like everywhere?
No, she's allowed, but not like too much, just for purposes, because
Just for cheers, you know.
just for cheers, just one time.
Oh,
like this.
Not like
just like in Brazil, right?
It basically goes like,
Do you want to ask something?
Okay, guys. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I just want to make sure we have time for this. For your notes that you took on S-Note, I would like to see those. So can you click share? You click here, share via. Let's say PDF. Just watch carefully. PDF file. Then Gmail. And then just like before, type in AB3 and you click send. Okay, that way I have your notes to see what you did. We don't have time for the quiz, so we may not do that. But. And I'll talk to Karen about that. Okay, so then when you're done with that, please very carefully put your stylus back in, turn off your tablet, return your keyboards and tablets plugged in.
How can I share it if I don't have my phone?
You get 0.
I get a 0.
Mr. Batkov.
It's a fait accompli, which in French means it's already finished. So leave it there. Sorry, leave it there. Sorry? So leave it there, it's fine. Okay?
No, I want to get the text one.
Okay. Okay.
You want to get 0?
It's actually for class, okay?
Where is
Can I send this to you?
Mr.
What?
Yes, sir. Can I send this notes to you? Sorry, Mr. Now work. Try back in. Sorry, log back in. Sorry.
well, Mr. Wing,
I sent it to you.
how do you share it?
Ken, if you want to do yours right now, or you want to have this phone up so you can do it.
Mr. What is the type of account?
Also, to get the grade, send this to you.
Mister, can you come please?
Okay, so I think you have to choose select all. Check, yeah. Okay guys, please make sure you return all your equipment very carefully, plug it in, turn it off, stylus back, keyboard nicely vertically stacked. Okay? We won't get to it so when it starts moving, come on before. So we'll have yeah, Fahad.
Sir, I sent it as Steven.
Okay, is that already on it?
Отпросись, только подумай,
Because I have like
I have like 10 different ones.